Hello, it is currently Friday the 23rd of January at 11:55 p.m. I slept with my makeup last night. I don't care. Sorry guys. I know it's like technically bad for you because it's like keeping your makeup on for a long time. I don't do a full face. I did put color corrector all over my face, to be fair. It's just what I use for foundation. It low-key is really gag. Like it just blends out, gets rid of the redness. Half of it has probably wiped off on my pillow. I don't care. But sleeping in a smoky eye just makes it even more gaggy the next day. It's amazing. I don't care. I love it. I didn't have anywhere to go today, so I slept in my makeup. I think it is so gorgeous, and it's just a really grounding experience. I don't care if my pillow gets dirty. I'll wash it. It comes out. I don't care. I love sleeping in my makeup. You genuinely cannot convince me that your makeup does not look better the next day, especially with a smoky eye. Obviously, certain makeup looks will look bad. Also, haven't brushed my hair. Ignore that. Some makeup looks will look worse the next day, obviously, but I think it look gag. Recently, Instagram has been pushing a lot of videos of families that have like over like 10 kids. I think that's insane. I think that should be illegal. I do not believe in that. Every single time I see one of these families, the oldest kids are always parenting the youngest kids. The parents literally cannot, like, physically, two people cannot take care of 11 kids and, like, give them all equal amount of attention and take care of them all themselves without the kids having to do some of the parenting. I think it is a horrible thing. I do not think that should be allowed. I think there should be some sort of, like, legal requirement or check to make sure how many kids someone has. Obviously, people can have a lot of kids. I'm not saying don't have kids, but I'm saying if you're literally collecting them like Pokemon, where you have like 11 kids and your oldest kids are taking care of your newborns, I hate it. The oldest kids are not going to talk to you when they grow up. Like, that is so horrible, and putting those responsibilities on them, it's disgusting. Like, you're actually disgusting. You're weird. I don't think it's a good thing. Like, why are you collecting kids like Pokemon? I think it is crazy. It is so crazy. And yeah, I don't know why Instagram has really been pushing that recently. I also saw another video. Obviously, I'm into fashion. Prada for winter 26 menswear. I thought it was gaggy. Obviously, Raf Simons with Prada did their whole collection, and some of the shirts had like dirt stains on it. And so then some people were like, girl, this is like rich people cosplaying. It's like lower class people like dirt stains. Why are we selling clothes with dirt stains? First off, half those garments are not going to make it to actual sale. Like, half of them are purely for the runway. You will not be able to buy every single piece on the runway. But also, there is a story behind it. I understand for other brands, Loki, this is kind of I don't know, it's not really hypocritical. The other brand that I think of that I'm thinking about, like high fashion selling dirty clothes for insane amount of prices, is Balenciaga. But Balenciaga is a shock value brand. I do not think they're a good brand. They literally use kids in some of their advertisements and gave the kids like basically clothes, and that's just like gross and disgusting. And I think they're a horrible brand, and they do have like dirty clothes that actually just doesn't have a story for it. It is purely just to be like, yeah, look at me, I'm lower cost but like expensive. I think Prada's runway this season for winter 26, the actual story behind it and the connotations, obviously recently a few designers, especially bigger ones like Dior, have been going into public IPs, which is essentially like one example of it. Dior releasing a shirt. It's literally a yellow t-shirt, and it has the book cover of the first ever Dracula book, which now is technically a public IP, meaning anyone owns it. Anyone could do anything with it. It is not copyrighted. The public owns it, so anyone could sell it. And the exact shirt that Dior put out has been made before on Etsy and other stores, but Dior just added their logo. And so it's like stuff like that, and especially with AI rising, Prada sort of want to take a step back and distance themselves from that. The whole thing was archaeology, and like the lifespan of clothes, and like looking back at clothes, there were different motifs from different eras, like the Renaissance and whatnot, which I think is really gaggy. But essentially, one of the things that people are mad about is that a lot of the shirts on the cufflinks of the shirt, like on the very bottom of the sleeves, it is like dirty and almost looks like mold. I personally know like the reason behind that is because Raf Simons specifically wanted to talk about like clothes and the ever changing evolution of like fashion, and fashion industry as a whole, seeing as there's so many clothes out there right now. Obviously, they're still making clothes, so they're not really helping it. But seeing as there is so many clothes, there is piles and piles of waste. And these clothes they made for the runway, the shirts with like the mold and stuff, is essentially taking a nod at like diving through bins at like Goodwills and stuff, and diving through bins at like huge dumps and like um what's the word landfill, like diving through landfill and finding these clothes that obviously have stains and dirt and stuff. And also archaeology, the whole thing was like basically archaeology, the dirt from that. And I think it actually does have a story. I do not think some of the pieces should be sold, obviously, because it is a story piece. But I think some people getting upset about it is like, girl, like, please just do a little bit of research, because they're not trying to cosplay as poor. The whole point of the clothes is to talk about the lifestyle of clothes, and how good clothes can actually last you a long time. But obviously there will be like molten stuff from like years and years of being in moldy like piles and like whatnot. I don't know. Anyways, low key bit of a tangent. Sort of explaining it for no reason. No one cares, but I care, and I genuinely thought the collection was quite amazing. I do think it was a little messed up. But this is like the whole fashion industry in general. And I've spoken about this before. I do think it was a little messed up with just how slim all of the models were. Obviously, in fashion, we're seeing the models get a lot skinnier, so it's like a little bit scary. But I think the actual clothes themselves are really gaggy, and the story behind it was really gaggy. Would I buy it? Probably not. I mean, unless I could get it for really cheap or secondhand. I do think they look good, but I don't have that kind of money. And also, like, guys, half of it is not going to be sold. It's not going to be sold, but I think it's really gaggy. I think a lot of the clothes this season have been really gaggy for into 26. Um, it's still very, not many brands are doing like extremely out there things. They all have good conceptual, and they are taking like leathers and whatnot in different ways. Obviously, there's no haute couture. Haute couture is a dying breed, and I think it's actually genuinely really sad, because haute couture was so amazing, such a horrible designer, but Galliano's haute couture for Dior was purely iconic. I think there's been so many good haute couture lines, and I do wish the art form would come back. But I do think some, like, the shows have been really good this season. Dolce & Gabbana's was flop. Dolce & Gabbana has been flop for ages. Like, they are known to be like racist, sexist. If you don't know the beef about the Dolce & Gabbana, basically, their season, their runway this season, the promotional video was saying that the whole like collection was a nod to, or basically describing the singular, they specifically use the word singular identity of man. Every single model out of like, I want to say 40 plus, maybe 50 plus, maybe 60 models, I don't know, but an insane huge amount of models. Genuinely think like anywhere from like 40 to 60 models. Every single model was like white or white passing European with brown or black hair. Not a single Arab, not a single Asian, not a single dark skin model, not even like a blonde person, not like any ginger person, no like textured hair. It is just completely Eurocentric white men with brown and black hair. And they want to define it as the singular identity of man. It's insanely tone deaf. But what do you expect? Dolce & Gabbana has been known for doing stuff like this, and not just the actual brand, like the stylists that they work with. Some of the models that they also work with are also apparently really horrible. Like, Dolce & Gabbana is just not a good brand. But I spoke about it before in the other episode. D Squared really ate it up. I genuinely wish I was like uber rich, because the ski boot heels that they put up, truly amazing. I think it's really good. I love it. Like, D Squared always eats it up. I think even their debut runway in 2004 was so iconic. I genuinely, like, once a week I will think about the one specific look, with the trapper hat with the cap, the grey sweater, and then the little underwear basically that says I love beer on the back, the white and green one. I think about that genuinely once a week. I think it's such an iconic outfit. The things I would do to get that outfit, like, I've been searching, trying to find those stuff for cheap. It is not for cheap, girl. It is not. But I don't know. I love fashion. I love talking about fashion. Obviously, as you can tell, I mean, this out, like, I'm not wearing anything crazy today. I am wearing this jacket. I actually got this a while ago. My friend found it at a thrift store and was like, hey girl, do you want it? And I never wear like sleeves like this that aren't full length. They like tie up, but I think it's really gaggy and I'm excited to style it. Loki. Hey. Um but yeah, no, I don't know. Like the fashion week was gaggy. Obviously besides Dolce & Gabbana flop. Prada, I really liked it. I can't lie. As someone who literally is living paycheck to paycheck, and like cannot afford anything, I don't really see a problem with any of the clothes. I thought the story behind it was amazing. The dirt on it, I understood the story behind it. Obviously, not everyone's gonna understand it. I don't really care. I personally just think it was a great show. I don't know, but honestly, work. I did get approached actually. If you don't know, I'm not a model at all. I'm a stylist. I'm a fashion stylist. But I was at a fashion university, and then obviously at the university we had a bunch of designers and stuff, and so on 3 different occasions I was asked for to do photo shoots for designers, well, 2 designers and 1 stylist, which I did, and then I also walked a runway for one of the designers that I did the photo shoot with, which was really gaggy, and I just got asked again to be in another runway, which I think it'll be really fun. I do not like, it's not going to be paid at all. I don't want to be paid. The brand that asked me, I used some of their clothes to style my first ever photo shoot, um, and also my third photo shoot I've ever done at uni for styling, and their clothes are so gorgeous and I'm really excited for it. Don't know if I can say details. It is not fully confirmed. They have asked me and they do want me to be a part of it. It is completely just if I fit into the clothes or not. So we will see. I think it's really gaggy. I don't know. It'll be fun. I like. I personally don't think I could ever be a model. I just don't see it in my future. I don't think I have the look for it, but I'm excited just to like do it. I think one thing that I wanted to do this year was just to get out of my comfort zone a bit more and just stop caring about what people think. And so I feel like that will just be a really fun thing to do. Like, and I'll be doing it with my friend who also did the other runway show with me, which I love so much. She's so gorgeous and beautiful, like genuinely so beautiful. And so when I saw that they were going to do the runway, I sent it to her because I was like, Mama, you need to be in this. But then they asked both of us, which was really nice because the girl, my friend that's going to be in it, she is gorgeous, like insane, genuinely one of like the prettiest people I know. So like it's like even just like an honor to be asked with her because I'm like, girl, like standing next to her, I'm like, I do not deserve to be here, but like honestly work. I feel like it'll be really fun. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just trying to like do more this year and just like go out of my comfort zone, stop caring about what people think, and just have fun. It'll be so much fun. Um, but yeah, I don't know. This whole thing was like fashion besides that thing about the kids because yeah, actually, genuinely, if you have more than like 5 kids or like maybe 6 kids you're cutting it, I do not think you should have any more than that. Obviously, some people who are like extremely well off and whatnot can have the time and effort to have that amount of kids, but I do not think I do not think I do not think like 99% of the public can handle working and having over like 5 kids whilst giving them all the same amount of attention and love and not having your other kids parent your younger kids for you. You know what I mean? I think it's crazy. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.